Okay, നമുക്ക് angular momentum and parity selection rules എന്താണ്? For allowed decays, in the allowed approximation, we replace the electron and neutrino wave functions with their values at the origin. That is, we regard the electron and neutrino to have been created at r equal to 0. In this case, they cannot carry any orbital angular momentum. And the only change in the angular momentum of the nucleus must result from the spins of the electron and neutrino, each of which has the value s equal to half. നമ്മൾ ഒരു പോയിന്റിൽ നിന്ന് അത് ഡിസിൻറ്റിഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന പോലെ നമ്മൾ അസ്യൂം ചെയ്യും. Okay. It is not revolving. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് we are assuming that both have the spin half. These two spins can be parallel. Therefore, total spin is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. We will get s equal to 1. Or maybe anti-parallel 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. No, plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. Okay. And the parallel and anti-parallel and both become cancelled and we total spin is become 0. If the spins are anti-parallel, which is known as Fermi decay, then in the allowed approximation L equal to 0, there can be no change in the nuclear spin. That is, total change of the nuclear spin delta I equal to II minus IF initial and final is equal to 0. Either electron and neutrino spins are parallel, which is called Gamow-Teller decay. Okay, this is important part. Gamow-Teller decay എന്താണെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചാൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പറയാൻ പറ്റും. In the allowed approximation, they carry a total angular momentum of 1 unit and thus II and IF must be coupled through a vector of length 1. II equal to IF plus 1. This is possible only if delta I equal to 0 or 1, except for II equal to 0 and IF equal to 0, in which case of only the Fermi transition can contribute. If the electron and neutrino carry no orbital angular momentum, then the parities of the initial and final states must be identical, since the parity associated with orbital angular momentum L is minus 1 whole power L. നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട് പാരിറ്റിയും angular momentum representation ഒക്കെ. Okay. We therefore have the following selection rules for allowed beta decay. Delta I equal to 0 or 1. Parity change no. Some examples of allowed beta decays are 14O to 14N. This 0 plus to 0 plus decay to an excited state of 14N must be pure Fermi type, because 0 plus to 0 plus decays cannot be accomplished through a Gamow-Teller decay, which must carry 1 unit of angular momentum. Other examples include 34Cl2, 34S and 10C to 10B, both of which are 0 plus to 0 plus. Next example നമ്മൾ പറയുകയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ 6He2 6Li. This decay is 0 plus to 1 plus, which must be a pure Gamow-Teller transition. Other allowed pure Gamow-Teller decays include 13B to 13C, 3 by 2 minus 2, 1 by 2 minus, then 230Pa2, 230Th, 2 minus 2, 3 minus, and 111Sn to 111In, 7 by 2 plus 2, 9 by 2 plus. Then N to P, neutron to proton. In this case, delta I is equal to 0. Parity angular momentum നമ്മൾ എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ 1 by 2 plus 2, 1 by 2 plus. And so both the Fermi and Gamow-Teller selection rules are satisfied. This is an example of a mixed F plus GT transition. ഇത് ചോദിക്കാൻ സാധ്യതയുള്ള ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആണ് കേട്ടോ. മിക്സ്ഡ് transition, Fermi and Gamow-Taylor transition, in which the exact proportions of Fermi and Gamow-Taylor are determined by the initial and final nuclear wave functions. It is convenient to define the ratio y of the Fermi and Gamow-Taylor amplitudes y equal to Gf mf by Ggt mgt. Gt for Gamow-Taylor, F is for Fermi. These mf and mgt are the actual Fermi and Gamow-Taylor nuclear matrix elements. For decays in which the initial and final wave functions are very different, the Fermi matrix element vanishes, and so measuring the ratio y for these decays is a way to test the purity of the wave function. Next നമുക്ക് forbidden decays നോക്കാം. These decays are forbidden means these are less probable than allowed transition. That means they have generally longer half-lives. But if the allowed matrix elements happen to vanish, then the forbidden decays are the only ones that can occur. The most frequent occurrence of a forbidden decay is when the initial and final states have opposite parities, and thus the selection rule for allowed decay is violated. To accomplish the change in parity, the electron and neutrino must be emitted with an odd value of the orbital angular momentum relative to the nucleus. Let us consider, for example, a 1 MeV decay process. If the electron is given all the decay energy, its momentum is 1.4 MeV by c, and the maximum angular momentum it can carry relative to the nucleus is Pr, which is equal to 8.4 MeV Fm by c, taking R equal to 6 Fm as a typical nuclear radius. In this unit of H cross, this is equivalent to Pr by H cross, which is equal to 0.04. Thus, while it is less likely to have L equal to 1 decay relative to L equal to 0, decays with L equal to 3, 5, 7 and so on are extremely unlikely. That means they are forbidden, and we can for the moment consider only those forbidden decays with L equal to 1. These are called first forbidden decays. Unlike the allowed decays, they have Fermi types with the electron and neutrino spins opposite, and Gamow-Taylor types with spin parallel. The coupling of S equals 0 with L equal to 1 for the Fermi decays gives total angular momentum of 1 unit carried by the beta decay, so that delta I equal to 0 or 1 but not 0 to 0. Coupling S equal to 1 and with L equal to 1 for the Gamow-Taylor decays gives 0, 1 or 2 units of total angular momentum, so that delta I equal to 0, 1 or 2. Thus the selection rules for first forbidden decays are delta I equal to 0, 1, 2, delta pi s. That means parity is changing. Many examples of first forbidden decays are 17N2, 17O, 1 by 2 minus 2, 5 by 2 plus, 76BR2, 76SE, 1 minus 2, 0 plus, 122SB2, 122SN, 2 minus 2. Transitions with delta I greater than or equal to 2 but with no change in parity are permitted by neither the allowed nor the first forbidden selection rules. For these transitions, we must look to the L equal to 2 beta emission, and consequently these are known as second forbidden decays. When we couple S equal to 0 or 1 or to L equal to 2, we can in principle change the nuclear spin by any amount from delta I equal to 0 to delta I equal to 3, such as 0 to 0 and 1 by 2 to 1 by the delta I equal to 0 and one cases fall within the selection rules for allowed decays, and we expect that the contribution of the second forbidden terms to those decays will be negligible. Excepting these cases, the selection rules for the second forbidden decays are delta I equal to 2, 3, delta pi no. Examples of second forbidden decays are 22Na to 22Na, 3 plus 2, 0 plus. 137Cs to 137Ba, 7 by 2 plus 2, 3 by 2 plus. Continuing this process, we would find third forbidden decays L equal to 3, in which the selection rules not also satisfied by first forbidden process are delta I equal to 3 or 4 and delta pi equal to f. Examples are 87Rb to 87Sr, 3 by 2 minus 9 by 2 plus 40K to 40Ca, 4 minus 2, 0 plus. In very unusual circumstances, even fourth forbidden decays L equal to 4 may occur, with delta I equal to 4 or 5 and delta pi no. Example 115In to 115Sn, 9 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus. Okay.